Turning our attention now to the ASX, here's Matt Birney and Bulls and Bears with the latest public company views and interviews.
Welcome to Bulls and Bears, brought to you today by nickel copper explorer Azure Minerals, ASX code AZS. I'm Matt Birney and I'm joined now by the Managing Director of Azure Minerals, Tony Rovira. Hi Tony.
Hi Matt.
Okay, well about 2 years ago during Diggers and Dealers, Azure Minerals announced the acquisition of its Andover nickel copper Cobalt project near Karratha in WA, and since then the company has been furiously drilling it out non-stop without taking a breath. All of that work recently culminated in the tabling of a maiden nickel copper cobalt mineral resource for the project that is interestingly a 60-40 JV with legendary billionaire prospector Mark Creasy holding the minor share. All right, Tony, a couple of years of hard work here. Hit me with the headline numbers for the maiden resource at Andover.
Yes, Matt, this is the first resource that we've got off the Andover project. 4.6 million tonnes at 1.1% nickel, 0.47% copper and 0.05% cobalt for around about 75,000 tonnes of contained metal. This is a really robust resource with more than 80% of the resource tonnes in the indicated category.
Does it have a high-grade core?
Yes, it does. It does. It's got a high-grade core within that main deposit of 2 million tonnes of 1.4% nickel, 0.5% copper and 0.06% cobalt.
Now, you recently hit some massive sulphides to the west of that deposit, a prospect you're calling Ridgeline, I understand. What were the best numbers from that drill campaign at Ridgeline, and are they included in the resource or not?
Oh, this is very exciting, Matt. So this is a new discovery and it's outside of the Andover deposit. So these new drill intersections will be included in a new resource, which will be later this year. So at Ridgeline, we've got the first drill hole. We've got 6.3 metres at nearly 3.6% nickel. We've got another one of 4.9 metres at 3.5% nickel, and then 4.5 metres at nearly 4% nickel. Very, very high grade nickel intersection.
I can see some copper and cobalt in those as well, so that will shape up interestingly. Now, Andover is only one of many prospects within your broader Andover project. Do you think the others will contribute to the resource in due course, or is it just all going to be about Ridgeline and Andover?
Oh, absolutely not. Andover and Ridgeline are just the very first two of the deposits that we're drilling. We've also drilled into two other prospects called Seaview and Skyline. Both of them hit nickel and copper sulfide mineralisation. So at the moment, we're batting 100%. We've drilled 4 targets. We've hit nickel and copper in all 4 of those, and we've got many, many more targets yet to drill. And I see this is actually ending up being a multi-deposit mineral field, a nickel camp in its own right.
When are we likely to see some financial metrics wrapped around the project?
Well, we're running this dual pathway system right now where one pathway is the exploration and resource definition drilling, which is ongoing, and simultaneously on the second pathway, we're doing a development study program with the expectation that we'll have a scoping study with full economic metrics for the project to be released sometime towards the end of this year.
Tony Rovira from Azure Minerals, thanks for joining me on Bulls and Bears today. And remember, we're only here to give you information, not advice, which you should of course seek independently. I'm Matt Birney and this is Bulls and Bears.
For more public company CEO interviews, go to the Money page on the 6PR, 2GB and 3AW websites and click the Public Companies tab.